Hello, everyone, and welcome. And let's bring everybody up. There we are.
What's up?
Okay.
Hola.
I'm just trying to catch up on everything here. I thought tonight was going to go as a nice, easy, slow, a real fireside chat, things going on. And then about 10 minutes before, everything took a U-turn south. And
Well, that's what you get when you used to live in California. Everything goes south. Water goes south. Snow goes south.
Hang on, I'm trying to get something here. There we go,
folks. I'm trying to segue into what he's getting into. He's just
I'm working on a bunch of stuff here for you guys. It should be a very interesting night here of what I have, and so I'm just trying to get everything set up. And there we go. All right, so let's go and see who all's in here. Well, hey, Dave made it in first at oh wow, quite a while ago. He marked over an hour and a half ago. But Gear Grinding came in, and then Uncle Al made notice, and Courtney said hi. Okay, we got, so that takes care of most of the ones on the panel saying hi in the chat. Prep for it came in, and go on down. Hugo Homestead, hey CB. Hey Will at JIT Preparedness. Everyone's chatting.
Oh, by the way,
yeah,
Mr. Will from JIT. I would have visited you earlier today, but you go live right when it's time. I have to walk down and wait for the kid to get off the bus. And I missed the chat, so sorry. I would have. I seen it, but I couldn't stay.
Yeah. All right. We have Suburban Hillbilly in here, and everyone's Kaylin Strains in here. Purple Tea Bear. And Kathy at North Star Prepsteaders in here.
Did you read her comment?
I'm sure.
We have 16 watching. People hit the like buttons, please.
All right. Which I'm going to scroll. Okay. Couldn't get the fire started.
No, she asked. What's the matter? Couldn't you get the fire started?
Yeah. No, I actually got the fire in the front room going good, but I'm just going through here. HPC, the Homesteading and Preparedness Collective. Ginger Ninja's in the house. And the way my chat's jumping around, I may have missed somebody. I'm trying to scroll back and make sure I got everybody. It looks like I got everybody.
You're going to have to, go to old man mode and start putting it in slow mode.
No, the problem is when I'm scrolling down, it's not that it's going so fast. As I scroll down, I get near the bottom, it jumps all the way to the bottom. It's like, that's the only thing I don't like about StreamYard. When you're trying to scroll back on the chat, you're coming down one at a time, trying to read names off. Also, just the last inch or so of the thing just drops all the way down. Puts about 20 of them by.
Oh.
Okay.
It's okay. It's your story. You can stick to it.
Yeah. All right. So, why things went all of a sudden really interesting is I went and brought up I had an email on let me get the right one up here. Here we go. Boom. Email that came out from what's called Patch. This is Patch is let me bring it up here.
Yeah, I could hear everybody and see everybody, but I'm chewing tripe, so nobody wants to see that.
No, we do not. Patch is an independent network of news things across the United States. And Martinez, where my wife is at, I subscribed to that one, and its article was, bomb cycle rain totals for each Bay Area city. So I go, oh, cool, I want to see that. And so they just list some of the main ones here. And some of these places most of you've never heard of, but these are San Francisco Bay Area cities and stuff. Mount Tamalpais, which is not a city, it's the big mountain park up there. 16.5 inches just yesterday.
Wow.
These are one-day totals. Fernando, 14.26 inches one day. Woodacre Rolls, 13.3 inches. Danville, which is one of the more richy areas over there in Contra Costa County on the East Bay, 10 inches. Boulder Creek down towards Santa Cruz, 10 inches. Barbie Rolls, 10 inches. Oakland, the Oakland Raiders, former home, 9 inches. Oh, those streets were flooded. St. Helena, 8 inches. Novato, which is north of Martinez on the other side of the Martinez Straits, 8 inches. San Francisco, 7.95. And it goes on out. So South San Francisco, 5 inches. And so that's what that was. Now, this just gives me an overview, quick ones. But if anybody wants to know the real story, go to the NOAA NWS chat, and they list them all. Alameda County, Contra Costa County, Marin County, Napa County, San Francisco County, San Mateo County. They, looking at just the top ones in each county is at least 7 inches. And of course the one's 16 inches there, but they're getting beat up over there. And my wife, when I was what?
Nothing. Never mind.
My wife earlier today.
Dave stubbed his toe. That's what.
Yep.
There's a store at my house in California. My wife and boys are still at. We're on the street, comes down, kind of flattens out just a little bit in front of our house, then drops down and goes down the rest of the hill. Well, there's a storm drain right in front of the house. And she said she was out there. She cleaned all the leaves out and everything, knowing what was happening, everything else. And yesterday she had to clean it out 3 times because it was knocking so many leaves off the trees. It was coming down so hard. And it was flooding across the street because the storm drain was clogged. So she just goes down there with a broom, sweeps it, and all of a sudden the water moves, and what doesn't go down to the drain gets pushed over the hump and down the below. So, it was, very intense. She goes, she said, our house was fine. The new roof we put on last year worked great. Or was it the year before? No, it was the year before.
Anyways, because you guys are getting ready to sell that, right?
Oh yeah.
You don't want to put $50,000 in it when you're going to sell it.
Well, actually, we did put $50,000 in to put a 50-year warranty, transferable warranty roof on it. So that's a selling point. We can transfer the warranty to the new homeowners. But it was, there's absolutely no leaks. Makes me happy, and everything's going fine out there. Of course, her garden is totally well watered. But let me go and drop that down, bring this other one up. So there were a lot. The field across the way from us is still zoned agricultural, even though it's got brand new houses built all around it. There's an agricultural strip out there, and the 2 acres across the street from us. She was looking out there, and where the Shetland ponies run and stuff, had about 5 inches of water out there, standing. So,
swamp time.
Yeah, exactly. But evidently, Dave said it's slipping south, so I brought this up. And okay, so down here is where it's moving to. Let me move it for one little time there. Here's the next one coming in, and it's heading right down at Al there, and everybody else, and moving back up a little bit. But yeah, you guys notice how it's moving across. So that one there, it's get the low spot drops over on Ohio on Friday, and
hey, you ain't got to worry about it, Courtney. You ain't going to see no rain out of it.
Yeah, but you can see I'm going backwards now. You can see how it was hitting down there, and so it went all the way. So guys, how much water did you get in the?
You got so excited you froze.
I froze. Oh, okay. How much water this weekend did you guys get?
Me here, 0.
Yeah.
It's been raining all day,
this
but
morning.
Yeah, ditto. It's been raining here all day except for 2 things.
Hey, Megabeast.
It only came in 2 bursts, and then it was over.
honestly,
don't worry,
this is
you'll get more
really,
Al.
yeah, this is like nothing new. Like I was expecting it, like there for a while, for like a week or so. I was like, oh my gosh, where is all the rain and doom and gloom for Ohio? Because it was
You had to
beautiful.
open your mouth, didn't you?
Yeah, it was like 70 to 80 degrees. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, it's almost November. I'm like, what's happening? And then bam, it hit. The dreary, overcast, freezing cold nastiness.
It's not.
You had to
freezing
open your
cold
mouth.
yet.
I was
Come
comfortable down here. Now, to make matters worse, we have no heat in this house. And so with the rain and it's 58 degrees outside, it feels cold in this house because there's nothing to dry it out.
Yeah.
So next time you get all whiny cryny about where's the cold weather, where's the rain, shush.
Yeah, he doesn't want to see the cold weather unless it's freezing, because then that moisture's not coming in the house. It's all freezing outside, turning into snow.
Right. And then I go out there and play in the snow.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I went and Googled bomb cyclone West Coast, and the top stories 8 hours ago, showing this. So I'm going to move this one here. And this is AccuWeather, and we are using this for educational purposes only.
Under fair use copyright law.
Exactly, under the fair use copyright law. In fact, hang on a second here. Where is that? Here we go. Copyright disclaimer. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so there it goes. There you had it. All right, so this is one of the highways paralleling Interstate 80. I mean, that the road is There's stuff coming down here. You can see the stuff just coming in down. This is from AccuWeather. Thank you, AccuWeather, for providing this for educational purposes. And this is stuff. I mean, look at the size of those pebbles there, flooding the road.
Did you just say pebbles?
Hey, California pebbles.
Yep, or we call them nuisance
Slingshot ammo.
small kidney stones.
Yeah,
I need some small kidney stuff. Oh Lord!
But look what's going on. I mean, you can't tell the water's still flowing down, and
But then, see, that's not the worst of it. Climb up top of Truckee, or up near Truckee. Climb up top of 80 through Donner Pass.
Yeah.
They got feet of snow, not a foot, not a few inches, feet of snow. One tractor trailer went over an overpass and went poof into an orange ball of goo.
Underpass. Snow. Let's see if it brings it. Okay, they got it's not showing, just showing future stock. Here's top stories. Yes. Closes I-80 on 12 hours ago. Heavy snowfall closes I-80. So you guys can go. You guys want to have fun.
Read the next one.
Yeah.
2 foot.
2 feet of snow in Sierra. Record rain in Reno. 80 reopens an hour ago.
I have some good news. The fire's out.
This is one that SF Gate stole from the Highway Patrol. So this came from the Highway Patrol, not SF Gate. All right. Let me see if I can find that picture. Where is that? There it is. This picture here came from Highway Patrol. Highway Patrol Truckee. And so this is the frontage road between Donner Pass and Truckee. And there's just rocks and everything. The K-rail and stuff they put in there is washing out. But so, and that was that one. Oh, and another bomb is supposed to hit tomorrow. And this is from KXYL.com TV news. So,
hey, Mousy.
Yes, that's what's coming up there. So, the East Coast has its hurricanes. California has its winter rains.
And good news is all the wildfires are now out.
Oh yeah, they're out. They were out Friday.
Froze again.
Yeah,
he's so ecstatic.
Yeah, but not my area. It just went out on Sunday.
Yeah, the
early rains are just. And they only had that. I think 70 contained, and they're still fighting forest fires. We're sorry, we lost some of the redwoods, and some of the towns have disappeared.
Unfortunately, Sacramento didn't get washed away.
Hi, Mary Beth. Mary Beth snuck
And
in.
it's not going to fall off in the ocean either, folks.
Yeah, unfortunately,
We
most
tried.
of Sacramento is up the Delta, about 90 miles from San Francisco. It's the state capital. It's where all the corruption is. Oh, and yeah, too bad that didn't get washed away. Starting with the governor's mansion.
It has to be an act of God because last time it flooded was 1874.
Yeah, that was a really bad one. It was flooded so bad that Governor Leland Stanford had to take a rowboat to his inauguration.
Yep, and he was living in Stockton for a couple of years.
Yeah,
because it was too wet in Sacramento.
Yeah. All righty. So, other than the big weather smash we had, what's going on with everybody else?
It's quiet over here in Tennessee.
I had minor power blackout and internet disruption, communication disruption, 2 downpours. Smoke is finally lifted, and I saw blue skies for about 10 minutes, and then it rained again.
That was a figment of your imagination.
It's better than smoke.
True. It's also better than cow manure, because this time of year I have clouds of cow manure coming over the house. So I have first was, that's weird. That's brown rain. Look at the second one. Oh, that's cow manure. And after they wash off all the dirt, you look in the gutters, it's brown river.
Yep.
Because all the dirt's washing off the road.
And the cow manure comes from the
Harris Ranch.
Yeah, this cleaning it up, making dust, and just cleaning everything up.
Yeah. You know how big is the Harris Ranch?
Yeah, I've driven by it for hours.
Yeah. It's big. And once they have a dust cloud, it's like, oh, they haven't watered down the manure pile today.
Yeah, when the dust comes off of that, it's like a Scirocco over in the Sahara.
No kidding. I don't need to fertilize my lawn. It just settles in the lawn. Don't need to put nitrogen out there. Just water it. It's green.
All right. Let's see what we got over here. Viper. All right. Viper's come in since I did the roll call.
Yep. Viper's here.
Mouse came in.
Yeah.
Mary Beth.
Yeah, I'm going back up. Mary Beth, Mouse, Viper. Who else came in? Did I miss anybody else?
Kyle's here from Facebook.
Hey, Kyle. And yeah, all right. But
how about a little self-promotion?
Yeah, Dave has a little self-promotion. He's starting up. He's trying to do a little business deal here.
Let the video play. They'll figure it out.
To help everyone out there. So there it is.
Oh, let's be honest about it. This is more about helping me than them. But hey, it's a business.
Put it on the big screen.
You help them, they help you. So here it comes.
Hey guys, are you looking at getting some designs for doing t-shirts and coffee cups? How about the little watermark on your YouTube channels? Down there in the lower right hand corner where some people says subscribe, you want to put your own little emblem there? But you're tired of seeing the white borders or black borders and stuff. It kind of interferes with the aesthetics you're trying to go for. Well, as you can see by the picture we have rolling here, I can do that for you. I can get it done. And I'm looking over here like you're there, but you're actually there. So maybe I should pay more attention. Actually, I am. I just seen if y'all's paying attention. But if you're looking to have a no background image to put on t-shirts, coffee cups, backpacks, bags, whatever, or on your YouTube channel, or on pictures so you can post them on Instagram, Facebook, wherever, so you can watermark it so nobody else can swipe it, let me know. There is a charge for it. It's not free because it costs me money to access certain programs. So, but as you can see by the little pictures that we've got solid black outlines kind of disappear in some colors, so be mindful of that. As you can see, it's stuff with color kind of flows through most any color. So if you're interested, my email is in my about page, or catch me on a live stream and tell me to try and hit me up, and we'll discuss it from there. Also, fair warning, if the pictures are the little things you got are thumbnails already, it's kind of hard to blow them up and make them legible. So I can also design one. As you can see, I did one up there for prep for it, something a little cartoonish differently. So something like that can be done for you as well. Again, that will cost. Get with me, we'll discuss it. Some things may be able to be bartered for if you're close enough, we'll see. But until then, be safe, have fun, and God bless.
Okay. And Dave has made several things for me before just because out of the goodness of his heart. So one of the
Don't worry, I'll send the bill later on next month.
Heirloom Hermiculture and Preparedness just came in.
Liberty Garden snuck into.
Hey,
Garden
John.
snuck in.
What's up, John?
And
Saw your video today.
Okay. Yeah. So and now one thing if you guys have the original big printout for your image of your thumbnail, not the little small one, but you have the original big one, Dave can probably work with that because it's a big one that gives him something to work with.
Plus, it's easier to transfer that down to shirts, coffee cups. Yeah. It's hard to take a thumbnail and blow it up to the point where it's legible still on a coffee cup, because when you import it, it registers that as a 100 by 100 pixel GIF or JPEG. And when you try to size it up on even the size of a small coffee cup, it starts to distort it and make it fuzzy looking, and then nobody's going to buy it.
Yeah. All right. We got Christy Betts came in, Tip Top Farm. Hey, guys and gals.
Good evening. Laura B.
Laura B's here. All right. So, yeah. So, like I said, Dave, has an opportunity to help you, and you have an opportunity to help him. But yeah, so
don't worry. I guarantee I'm cheaper than anybody else on the internet, except if they say they're free. I'm not free.
Yeah.
I'll be honest up front.
Yeah. All righty. Let me think here some. Okay. For me, what's been going on today? It's been drizzling, and I mean just drizzling. Not really hard. Nothing. Just out there. My daughter's come over a couple times. Brought my grandsons over. They stayed here for a couple hours. The two youngest ones, which is a first. And they're running around, and after 2 hours, the second from the youngest, Danny was going to go home. So you want cheese stick? No, home. You want some fruit snacks? No, home. Okay, I'll call your mom. Home. And Oliver, who doesn't talk yet, he's just running around giggling and laughing. Everything's new for him over here. So. So that's what my day was. And when I wasn't with them, I've been working on re-editing one of my novels, updating some information on it. And so I was re-editing the storyline a little bit and finding all sorts of little itty-bitty poofa clerical mistakes. Like I forgot to put Y on for they. So it says the instead of they.
For those
things like that.
The Instapot, you can make SOB stew out of that with certain organs from the cow that nobody ever eats.
Al,
please,
this is family. It's supposed to be family
My
time.
family's took all the good parts.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
but there are children that are listening still.
It's good for him.
Corky, he was just eating tripe, all right? So that's why he's all excited about it.
They only left me tripe. They didn't leave the other good parts.
Out there in the side chat, what have you got?
Froze again. Then enough son of a gun stew.
All right. Grammarly is not my friend. I tried using it, and it does not believe in the creative literature format that a lot of writers use.
Grammarly is primarily based for business.
Yeah, business documents. And if you ever try to talk legalese to it, it has a meltdown.
You can't. I think you can change the dictionary on it. If you go to MLA format on it, it should help you a little, Gil.
Okay, guys.
I just was playing around with somebody else's stuff.
I have to feed my mom. She's hollering for dinner.
All right.
All right.
Feed me. Man, Uncle Al, he never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah. I tried Grammarly on a friend's computer, and I just brought over on a thumb drive. One of mine tried to do it, and it just totally butchered it.
Yeah. You're cussing out Grammarly so bad that your computer just wonky for about 7 seconds. You were all broken up, stuttered speech. You got to be careful. You can't bash them big companies, man. They come after you.
Well, at least I'm not bashing Dragon Natural Speaking. It actually
don't get me started with that one. When it first came out, back when AOL was a thing, I spent the $60 back then to buy it.
Yeah,
unbeknownst to my mom. And I tried it for 3 days, sent it back to him. My mom was not happy when she seen the charges. I said, "Don't worry, Mom, it's coming back to your card. I returned it. It sucked."
Yeah,
because my voice is monotone when I'm reading, and it couldn't understand half of the inflections that should have been in the sentences because I wasn't putting them in there.
Yeah.
You know what? And what makes me mad is when I call my bank. My bank is like all high tech now. So when you call or whatever, it says, "Please say," instead of just typing it in. It says, "Please say 1 for this," or "say 2 for this." It never understands me. It is so annoying. If you start
cussing at it, Corky, it'll work. Trust me.
That's what
you gotta quit talking Ohioese. Gotta talk Californian.
Yeah, don't talk like you're in Pittsburgh and say yins or something. You'll really screw up the computer.
Yins.
You get a bill from your bank for $14,000 from the IT repairs.
I'm just like I had 2 of my books. I just had Mark, the old school prepper, go in and do stuff on it, and she goes through and marks everything, gives me suggestions and stuff, everything else, and every day she sent it back to me. I go through and explain. Well, I wanted to say that you're right, but I needed to say this instead. And we go back and forth. What's the best way to say a certain phrase or whatever to get a point across? Of course, then a couple of times when I actually had people in their space, I'm going to piss some people off with this.
Oh boy!
Speaking hillbillies. Speaking redneck.
When Hillbilly comes in, you better watch out. She's going to get all over you.
And, and so there were some different things there. And then throwing in some Texas accents and stuff from down there and everything else. And it's just, trying to make those.
Don't try to emulate it, Gil. It doesn't come out of your California mouth very well.
It doesn't come out, huh?
I just don't think I have an accent. Like, I don't think me and Dave have accents at all.
I spend less than 2 hours down south, and I'll sound like I've been down south for my entire life.
Yeah, that's
just something you pick up.
Yeah. Well, I'm down here in Tennessee now, and everybody knows that we're not from Tennessee because we don't have that twang, y'all.
Yep.
Yeah, they always called me a damn Yankee when I lived in Tennessee, like in Kentucky. I literally lived like 20 minutes away from Fort Campbell. So they would always, they always call me a damn Yankee.
You're in trouble. There's suburban hillbilly. Watch out, Gil. She heard you talking about her.
Hey, she likes using my favorite saying. I resemble that remark. Oh, yeah, I would. I forget who it was. I think it was Mac Gilbert.
Very, very careful.
Mac Gilbert on Facebook puts up these funny things. Guys doing stupid things. They go, "Hey, I resemble that remark. Knock it off." He just puts up a bunch of the laughing things after it. Yeah.
Just be careful you don't try to sound too Southern. Mouse is in the house.
Yeah. Well, I can write it. I just can't enunciate it. My tongue goes, I'm sorry, I'm not that Hollywood.
If you really want to hear the Southern come out, get Nina, Mouse, Piglet, 3D Prepper, and one or two of the other old ladies, Purple in there, and they all sound Southern, and you don't say a cross word because all them girls just open up a can of whoop butt on you.
Like Mouse said when you were talking about storms.
Yeah. Wise words there, Bruce, because you gotta make sure she got that coffee pot ain't flying at your head.
Nah, she loves me.
Yeah. Today's just been a real, I don't know, not melancholy day because of the drizzle of the rain here and stuff. I just haven't been motivated to do anything but work on the novel here and play with the grandkids. We'll say an extra prayer for him there, Mousy. Bird's not feeling too hot. So tomorrow I got to get out there and cut up that last sheet of plywood and get it installed into the washer and dryer and start cutting up drywall and bringing it in and putting it in the kitchen so I get the cabinets in. But the way the weather there is in California with 80 having been shut down and all the snow and stuff, I keep watching it and I'm not sure exactly. Actually, let me look over at the other computer because I got it up there on that one. The weather, let me refresh it for California. Oh, it actually looks like it's my wife has drivable weather. Let me check it against ours here to see if she can give on this end. Oh, yeah. So if she can get away from work, she can come up here Thursday or Friday and have clear driving all the way through. Woo! Now, she was worried about the weather, whether or not she could make it up because number 2 grandson's birthday is Saturday. So she was wanting to come up for her for Aiden's birthday. Howdy, Garden. How you doing? Did I miss anybody else that's bouncing around other things?
Did you see Tip Top come in?
Yeah, Tip Top came in a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, for once, I'm slow.
And actually, Tip Top was one of the ones that called off in the original countdown. And has anybody noticed any problems with the notifications from YouTube today?
I've been noticing that since last Friday.
Well, I haven't been having any problems if I get my mouth to work.
Easy for you to say.
With YouTube until about 10 o'clock today. Then I would go to click on someone like WD Glockenroll's video. That would pop up. I click on it, and the thing would start to open. It goes, "Sorry, this web page does not exist." It's like, what? Every one since then that I've clicked on I've gotten that pop up. This web page does not exist.
Hello, Cortana.
So they're sending out.
Got to be careful, Gil. You made Courtney's phone act up.
Yeah, it was strange. Siri's listening.
Oh, I said Cortana so it wouldn't affect your phone, but you went. Now I got to.
Siri's commit suicide.
Careful, iPhones have been known to explode for that.
That's okay. Corky's been listening to me. She's got a fire extinguisher next to her.
No, she doesn't. Look at that face.
Oh, come on. How many times have I told you that over the last 4 or 5 days? Come on. I tell you. Kids never listen,
No. You can buy them books, send them to school. All they do is chew on the corners and stare at the teachers.
That's what they did when we were in school. What they do now is they have their hands in their pocket and they're texting their friends. They know exactly what buttons they're pushing and just typing away.
Not mine.
They used to call that pocket full back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, man. So anybody out there in the side chat there?
I didn't have
That
cell
froze?
Now
No,
that it
Gil, I
froze
think
again.
you're the only one that freezes.
Yeah,
cell
it's
phones didn't exist during that time when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Thank God, or I would have been in trouble.
So anybody else having any weather problems out there or weather bonuses? Nice weather. What's going on? Has anybody seen anything interesting at the stores that you'd like to bring up? Information to share. I know, who was it? Pennsylvania Prepper has made 2 seed hauls at Dollar General. One time their packets were 3 cents each. They were clearing them out, and they marked them to 3 cents each. So she bought up a bunch of stuff. Hey, Trish. So, anybody seen any good deals going on? Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. Oh, by the way, I found out what Dollar Tree's new name is going to be starting the new year.
$5 Tree.
Uh-huh.
I kind of guessed.
Really?
Charles actually asked me that the other day, and it's going to become a 5 and under store.
Wow.
Just like Family Dollar used to be, 20 years ago, it was a 5 and under store. Now it's Family Dollar because they get in furniture and stuff like that, which they can't sell for $5.
Yeah. I mean, even some of the other stuff at the Family Dollar here, I went in there and they had something on the sale. I go, how much is this? $19. Cheaper at Walmart.
Nutter Butters.
Nutter Butters were in stock. Woo! Quick, stock up and load your chest freezer up with some so they'll last through the winter. Be a squirrel. Squirrel away your nuts, your butternuts.
That's one cookie that doesn't freeze well.
Oh, that's the thing is, I don't eat peanut butter cookies of any kind. My boys do. My wife will. I don't. Ooh. Let me throw that one up there. Ding. 7 cents 2 weeks ago. Yeah, see the cookies, these other places that don't have a garden section that keep going year round are moving stock out so they don't have to send it back. Hey,
there's a hell of a deal.
Hey, P2E. Or prepping to endure.
Megabeus' comment.
I'm getting I'm getting rolls of canning lids. Oh, $35 from the score. There is went to Walgreens this afternoon and saw lots of vitamin C bottles on clearance. Less than $1 for 100 tablets.
Yep, that's when I would buy 4 or 5 extra bottles, put some oxygen absorber and a desiccant packet in it, seal it tight, vacuum seal it, stick it inside a Mylar bag so it doesn't get no light, stick it in the bottom of your closet.
Yep.
Because if it has no air and no moisture and is kept dark, that'll last an easy 2 years past its expiry date.
Yeah.
According to government sources.
Walgreens had cutter tick spray for 25 cents. How about 12 the other day? So, there's a lot of things I'm looking around. I'm going to tread on the edge here, so people, please do not use the C word. Do not use the V word.
Dragon.
Yeah, we use the term red dragon. So
it still blows my mind that
could have been taken another way there, what you were doing.
Yeah, that's why I said dragon real quick.
Yeah, I was going to go. I also said do not use the S word, or anything like that. I've been tracking the data since January of 2020, and I've noticed some trends around the last several months. The numbers are going.
Depends on what state you're in.
And the stock market's going exactly opposite of what it should be doing.
And with the
until we get the big.
Yeah. And what I've noticed is that in certain states where it's going really down, all of a sudden there's a discrepancy, and it's still going down, even with the discrepancy of confirmed and probable. A lot of areas, the probable ranges, for the last year and a half, the probable has ranged between 5% and 15% of the total number for the day. Well, in certain areas, all of a sudden, it's been jacked up, and it's hitting 50 to 70%. And in one case, for a couple days, in one area, it was 100% were all probable, no confirmed. And just at the fact that there's such a drastic, if this was on a chart, it'd be going along like this, and all of a sudden it went, and it's just, I have a sneaky feeling, this is just my suspicions, based on what I know and can't say
for
here.
Round 4.
Oh, no. Is that, besides that, a possibility of that is that, that's another thing else I'll mention. I'll tiptoe around here, is that certain governors who claim to be one thing but are actually something else in sheep's clothing have been notifying certain counties and stuff, hey, you need to count anything that possibly looks like it.
Well, that's what all the hospitals are doing, because they're getting all that good free COVID money,
Yeah. But, so they've been told, hey, count.
We have eradicated the original flu virus.
Yeah, that's
so anything
amazing,
left has got to be.
Because it's been around for 300 years. Now,
I really don't believe what we did. I feel like,
it's impossible.
I feel like they have replaced that with the bada bada bing bong and fudging the numbers.
They have been, go back to the beginning of last year when Gil and I started covering this extensively. For the first 3 months, it was dope. Gil must be restarting his camera. He must have to restart it. So, but if you go back to the beginning of mine and Gil's live streams last year, when we started covering this extensively, we proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that the numbers were messed up.
Yeah.
And everybody called us a bunch of conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
I told everybody last year.
They always call people that think for themselves. They always call you a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
People that think for themselves or whatever, they're always going to say something about it.
Well, here's what's interesting. In the last week, I found several articles and video clips on other platforms that don't get erased immediately, where doctors are saying, we double checked some of these tests that they were claiming, and it was the yearly bug, not the red dragon. Hey, we got someone else coming in. Alicia, autism mom. And so there was just so much there is a pervasiveness of lying by those in
what I find absolutely hilarious,
governmental positions that
what I find absolutely hilarious is 2 months ago, and matter of fact, even as far back as 2 weeks ago, our government stated there was no gain of function research committed or paid for by anybody in this country. Yet last week, the end of last week, a lawsuit was started with paperwork proving that gain of function research was done and paid for by members of this country and members of a certain advisory committee, shall we call them, with a certain doctor at its lead, who is now named as the head person in the lawsuit. I find that absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. But
how are they going to walk that one back? Oh, I know. It's the same thing they use in the military. Plausible deniability. I'm sorry, we didn't know our soldiers were there. They did it without our authorization.
yeah. Okay, I'm going to change the tone here. Let me get something set up here real quick. And
yes, I'll get off my soapbox now.
now I got something here to show, so I want to get this up here all the way first. Boom, 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 boom. We got 2 minutes here of a special announcement to everybody. I hope most of you already seen it.
See, I'm gonna put him up when he's dancing to my music behind the scenes sometimes. Gonna pop him up there. And let me stop it over there. There we go. Boom. So coming up Friday, we're Fight on Homestead is going to be several hours early, and this is to accommodate Doc Bones and
Nurse Amy's schedule. I'll finish it for you, Gil. You froze.
Yeah. And so because there are times that Doc Bones and I are over the hill and we need to get our beauty rest and everything, you know. And here, they're East Coast time. They're in Florida.
Well, that and both Doc Bones and Nurse Amy have been supremely busy to the point where they've actually got extra people answering the phones. How do I know? Because I actually had to call them and got a hold of the secretary instead of Nurse Amy.
Yeah.
So they're really busy right now, especially with the book release.
Yeah.
So
and
yeah, he's
part of what they're going to be talking
about.
Yeah. And so, so if you have any medical questions and stuff, the first part of the broadcast is going to be turned over to them, and they're going to do stuff, and then we're going to have a question and answer period. And so then you get questions in to them, and they'll answer them. They have expanded their 4th edition dramatically. Dave's pulling out the black and white version.
Excuse me? No, son.
Oh, you got the color version. Yeah, he bought the color version. So
it's thick.
It's thick. It's taller. The print is a little bit smaller, so they can cram more in there.
It's heavy.
Yeah. And so, there's so much more information in there they're going to be talking about. And
but I bet you I know something that y'all don't know about that book. I know a country that usually doesn't have access to it that's fixing to get it. It's going to. There is a copy that is on its way to the Philippines.
Cool. And they need it back there.
I'm sorry, guys, but I'm got to go. I have to put my son to bed. It's 9:30. So see y'all later.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Idaho Garden Girl. Oh, she's been canning salsa. Oh, man. Still have more tomatoes to take care of. I gave up on my tomatoes, and it's just I tore them out some of them out a while ago, just let the others go. And they're just dropping tomatoes everywhere. I'm just going to scrape it all up and toss it in the compost pile.
You know what bad tomatoes are good for?
What?
Pew-pew practice.
No, you can't even pew-pew practice with these. You got to touch them to move them. They go.
All the better. That way, when you hit them, they disintegrate. Makes great slow-mo.
Yeah. What? She. All right. So, Courtney starts in 35 minutes, right? Yeah.
I have a special premiere coming on in like 15.
Yeah, I noticed. I had the pop-up fly up here. So the Southern Ohio Prepping has a premiere video in, I think it's quarter of, right?
Yeah, I think I thought I set it for 9:45.
Yeah, so 9:45 Eastern. So that's actually in 20 minutes. Come on. No, I wanted to close that. There we go. Close that. All right.
That's Christy. You pew bad food, then you throw scraps into compost pile. That way, it's already broken down in little itty bitty pieces. It feeds your compost pile faster.
Well, see, you just stack it on your compost pile and do it there. That way, just everything goes down there. You're not worried about scraping it up.
Well, some of us, our compost pile isn't within practical pew range.
Yeah. Oh, I just got another email. So
I didn't do it.
No. The bomb cyclone drenches northern NorCal, power out for 66,000 people.
Well, that's normal this time of year, thanks to PG&E anyway. But
yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Was Diggs in here before? Oh, here finally. There you just said, here's finally. Okay. I saw two comments. So yeah, it's going to be I think the rest of this week is going to be interesting to see what comes out of California. I'm waiting to hear what happened to some of those cargo containers out in the water. I heard from one source that they spotted several of them being knocked off of ships.
Well, dang, there goes my Hot Wheels collectible car that I've been waiting on that they told me might not show up until next year because it's sitting on a cargo ship offshore.
Yeah.
And it's a Mustang 5.0 collector's edition Hot Wheels. You know, the only members can get them, and I've been waiting for now several months. And I called and asked them. They said, well, it might be next year before we can get it to you. It's sitting offshore in box. I said, which shore? The U.S. Well, go get the damn thing. I want it. Excuse my French.
Yeah. There is a channel I've been watching, and I've mentioned it once before, called Economic Ninja. And he puts out 2 or 3 videos a day on different things. And one of the things he's been talking about is the Evergrande real estate collapse.
It's not the only one over there.
Yeah.
There's another big one over there.
There's another one. And even they, let's see, so that was out yesterday. His video on that one. And then gold, silver, and Bitcoin prices moves are about to amaze everyone. And Venezuelans are breaking off flakes of gold to use during hyperinflation. And so, and he said the other one, the one 12 hours ago was supply chain is wrecked. Commodity prices will soar, cause damage is crazy. Prices soar, cause damage crazy. And then
here's a simple little tip. If you plan on ordering something from China, Japan, wherever, pay the extra for air freight. That way you'll get it. Because if you're standard shipping, it means it's got to put on a boat.
Yeah.
It ain't going to get here until probably 2023.
And everybody used to think it was funny to say the slow boat from China, but ain't that the truth now?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The one he just put out 3 hours ago was Janet Yellen tells you the future. Deflation is going to follow this inflation, and you won't like it. But what's interesting, if I can find the one here on it. Oh, Walmart is selling Bitcoin to coins. Is selling Bitcoin using Starcoin. So I guess in the Starcoin thing, you can buy Bitcoin, things from it.
Oh, the Coinstar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that at ours, and it's they take such a huge cut when you do that. It's literally not worth doing it. You're better off finding somebody that trades it and handing them $100 bill and say, okay, this is what I got. Work with it.
Yeah. And here's the one from 4 days ago. China exporters report no business coming in. Yeah. Causes, come on. I'm trying to get that title so long. I'm trying to get the line up here. Causes inflation and chain supply failure. So there are a lot of things going on. I guess, where was the one here? I'm trying to find the one specifically here.
While you do that, here, let me put it in simple perspective terms. Everybody wants things to get better. Everybody says, oh, it's going to get so much better. Things are going to turn around. I got a book that tells me it's not.
Yeah.
And I hate to be a Debbie Downer, if that's what you want to call it. Of course, I'm not Debbie. But anyway, yeah, things aren't going to get any better because people that could make a change aren't doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
There were, 35 million people last election system that didn't vote because, somebody else will vote and my vote don't count. Well, your vote would have counted.
Yeah, after all those dead people votes counted.
Exactly. I mean, if you're alive and breathing, your vote's got to count too. At least one would think. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a crazy YouTuber that's been around on the planet more than I want to be sometimes. But things aren't going to get any better. Inflation is here to stay. It's going to get much worse. That's why we've been telling you now for the last 3 months, if you ain't got it now and you can't get it, you're probably not going to.
Yeah.
You should have already been preparing. Prepare for most anything, and you will be prepared for most everything. Just because you don't have a hurricane in your area doesn't mean you shouldn't be preparing for tornadoes. It's the exact same supply list. Just because you have tornadoes and not earthquakes, it's the exact same supply list. Beans, Band-Aids, and pew-pews, as some channels call it. You don't have to necessarily go in that order, but you need to make sure you've got the supplies on hand. If you don't, and you go to the store and you go to get something, you're now paying 3 times what it was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Your pound of hamburger that cost, for the 70-30, that was $2.49, where I'm at, is now over $5 and $6, depending on the store. Good thing I have like 25 rolls of it in my freezer.
Yeah.
So I could actually go a whole month without hitting the store. Of course, then I'd be without my supplies, but I could literally go a whole month without just eating out of my freezer.
Yeah.
And that's not counting the pantry. So, folks, you need to, if you're not doing it now, you really need to be. If you don't know where to start, the 3 of us up here all have lists of all made videos on where to start, on how to start. And you take baby steps. Although now I would recommend taking teenager steps to try and get caught up, because here soon, at least for the foreseeable future, when everything collapses, and it's going to, because history repeats itself. The same thing that's going on here happened in Venezuela. It happened in Cuba. It happened in Russia. It happened in China. It happened in Germany. I could go on for another half hour naming places where the exact same things have happened, and the good people who could do something did nothing. And let those who didn't care about the people run roughshod over everybody, take over it, and look what happened in Germany. Look what happened in Venezuela, in Cuba. Okay? And now there's a military coup going on over in Sudan. They've been experiencing high inflation. Lebanon is experiencing some other Middle Eastern countries are experiencing high inflation. People can't get gasoline. They're going days and hours without water and food and electricity. Okay. It's part of the grand plan to cause everybody to be in the same boat. So everybody will accept a one world government. Everybody will kowtow to a one world religion. And it's coming, whether you want to believe it or not. All you got to do is look at history. And it's happening just as it's been predicted to happen. So if you don't believe it, that's fine. If you want to sit there and wear your rose-colored glasses and think that everything's going to be fine, cool. I pray it does. I honestly pray that things will turn around and our president will find his brain again and not his diapers. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I pray he finds one and actually realizes what's going on and changes things. I don't expect it to happen, but I would like to see it happen. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox again.
Okay. So in the videos I was looking at for several weeks now, he's been Economic Ninja has been talking about Evergrande and what's going on with it. So 3 days ago, he was the video. They thought they were going to default on everything, and the government was going to take it over everything. Well, they made their bond interest payment, but then he asked, "Is everything okay?" And he goes, "Nope, the real estate is still slipping." So what's interesting is check around your areas and actually see what's happening in your areas real estate wise, because you can go to places like Zillow, Realtor.com, and you can see if all of a sudden houses are not selling and you see people dropping prices.
I have a better suggestion. It's from somebody who's actually looked into doing real estate a while back and decided I didn't want to deal with it because there's a major headache involved in it. But having discussed with several realtors, several agents who flip houses for a living and make 7 and 8 figures a year flipping houses, the best thing to check is your foreclosures in your area. Mm-hmm. The more foreclosures you find, the worse it's actually getting. Yeah. Because that means people can't make their house payments.
Right. Well, the other thing too is, you can, like I know on Realtor.com, I can go in there and see all the foreclosures in the area on there. I can search for foreclosures. But one of the other things is that if you see a house, people, they're planning on moving and stuff, they list the house, and then 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, they lower it $50,000, and then they lower it again, and they lower it $10,000. Whatever. You can see a trend start developing over a period of a month or two. You can tell what's actually happening in your area. And it all, like I said, it all depends where you're at. Bros. Some areas of the country will be going down while other areas are going up and others are just flat. So I didn't see it for rent for over a month. Okay, Kaylin. What's up for my tiny house? That's something that if you live near an area where you can get wood cheap, like for burning, and it gets cold where you're at, a potbelly stove or one of those little small 2 foot long, 1 foot wide, 1 foot tall little stoves work really good in helping to heat the house. Okay. Mary Beth says no empty houses in her area, very few for sale. Yeah, and so like in Oregon, it's skyrocketing.
But it's also a regional thing.
Yeah, regional
because
thing.
What's happening there isn't happening here.
Right, and that's what I said. And like down in California, some areas of California are already, starting to come down. The area where my wife is at is still holding. here in Idaho, parts of Idaho are flat. Other parts are going up. Other parts, there's no sales. It's not selling. They're turning them into rentals. So the owners are keeping them, turning them into rentals, and buying other houses to live in. Moving out and buying another house.
Okay, Fishy asked a question. If you want to look at local foreclosures, you can go to your local county office and you can pull up from them local foreclosures.
Yeah.
If you want to look nationwide, there are places like Zillow that will allow you to search for foreclosures. Matter of fact, I think Century 21 has a spot on their website for foreclosures in certain areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Oregon's coastal. That's why people want to move to Oregon. They hear romantic stories of the Oregon Trail. And, I want to go live out there on the old Oregon Trail because it was so wonderful back then. Stay away from Portland.
Yeah. I noticed, like, even in California, the prices go up near the ocean. You get farther inland, prices are flat during the Central Valley and stuff. And you get up into certain areas in the mountain where the ski resorts are, the prices go back up again.
Well, see, the guy I'm running from, he keeps, him hawing about wanting to sell this place. And I already know for a fact, if any people, he gets anywhere from 10 to 15 offers a week on this house because it's actually in a prime area. But they're not going to offer him even what it's worth. I know what the county is assessed it at, and I know what they're going to offer him. And there's about a $30,000 difference in price.
Yeah.
What's this house worth? About $10,000 more than what the county is assessed it at. Of course, mind you, that's with a working furnace.
Yeah. So what happened with the furnace?
It's only built back in 1985. And it's a ream, which means everything is proprietary. Right. The schematic isn't an actual schematic. It's a drawing schematic. It's not labeled as a schematic. There's no actual part number or serial number that you can access unless you're a technician and tear the dang thing completely apart to get to the plate. All you have access is to the wiring schematic. And for the layman, that schematic means absolutely nothing to him. I know how to read a schematic, right, but I'm pretty sure it's either the capacitor or one of the other things that are in there that I'm not going to go into detail on, right, but they're not user replaceable because you can't buy the individual parts except through Ream, and usually they won't let you buy it. They send a technician.
Right.
And it's now 1985 when it was made, and we're in 2021. We might not find parts.
Yeah, it's 26 years ago.
Huh?
Wait, no, sorry, 36 years. Yeah, I'm.
He's not mathing tonight. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm brain fried. I'm brain frozen.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about it getting it fixed.
All right. She's answering Lowe's question. Actually, I'm awesome. Usually I'm good. Storms here, lots of wind, rain. Running again, so I'm sore too. Ooh, yeah. When you first start running after a period of not running, you gets the. All right.
I don't think that's a capacitor I need. I haven't bothered to sit down with the schematic yet to look it over to see if I can even attempt to find one through a company called MCM Electronics. That was my go-to place when I was building computers and repairing and servicing the motherboards and stuff like that, and power supplies. I got all my spare parts from MCM Electronics. I don't know if I can get the part through them or not, because I haven't dealt with them in like 25 years.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, it's coming up on quarter up. Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to wrap it up here in a couple of minutes here. Just a reminder of what's coming up this week. Let me get over and get the spreadsheet up here. All right. So tomorrow night on Tactical Tuesday on Gray Man Prepping, it's going to be alternative heat sources for winter. Then Wednesday, Courtney on White Family Farm has her guest on at 9:30. I believe it's 9:30 Eastern. Then Thursday at what time I'm doing that? 7:30 Eastern is going to be Thursday Talk. Another, talk about prepping and everything else, just whatever you guys want to talk about. Then Friday, we're changing the time a little bit. Things are really in flux on Friday, though. The part that is set in stone is that we will have Doc Bones and Nurse Amy at 5 o'clock Eastern time. It may go for an hour and a half, or 2 hours, depending on how they're feeling up to it. And Bruce, are you going to do your thing at 9 o'clock Eastern?
See how late everything runs, because when you get a doctor on that's willing to ask questions, a lot of times there's tons and tons of questions. So,
yeah.
And I got my band hammer ready.
Okay. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do something at the normal time at 10 o'clock Eastern, or not. If it goes really good, and it's and there's still people asking questions when Doc Bones and Nurse Amy have to bow out, we may do something later on and just chit chat amongst ourselves, realizing that we are not doctors. We've just had other training and stuff, and we'll try to answer your questions the best you can. And I'll actually have Doc Bones and Nurse Amy's book here, and we can read stuff out of the book if that's the way it goes.
And I have a premiere going on in 54 seconds.
Nope, right now it just popped up.
Well, it'll start in 45 seconds now.
Okay. So, Dave's premiere here is, let's get this here. Oh, I clicked on it, and guess what I got? Guess what I got when I clicked on the link that's supposed to go to it? I got that. This page isn't available. Sorry, try searching for something else.
Stupid monkey.
Yeah.
For those who are at the beginning of the stream here tonight, you've already seen the video. But if you came in late, you missed it. You'll have to go check out the premiere.
Yeah. And let me check something else here and let's see what this here shows. I'm going to see if I can backdoor here for you. No, it's not popping up on that stuff. So, wait. Yeah, 2 watching premiere now. Okay. So here is the link to the premiere 7, 6, 5, 4. It's going, and there it's going. So there's the link to it, and we're going to bow out of here now. And I just want to remind everybody, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Keep on prepping, and we'll see you tomorrow night. All righty. Take care.
Night all.